see here.
All right. Hey, Kage, how's it going?
Hey, Kim, it's been
So
Hello,
Kage and
agents.
Kim are both
Kim here.
leaving?
I just wanted to say how much I'm gonna miss Kage. We really did become friends during our 2 years working on this project together, and we have shared a lot of good times with Oscar, who's doing tech behind the scenes, and the entire Sneak Peek team, who are incredible, by the way. But on that note, I do want to say that this is my farewell as well. I've decided it's time to move on, and I'm excited for the road ahead.
Damn.
And I want to thank Marvel.
This sucks.
As a Marvel fan, it has been truly amazing getting to work with you, and I'm glad I got to do it. And lastly, I want to thank you, agents. Thank you for joining us and being kind and supportive and watching along and also sharing those good times with us. I usually say till next time, but this time, goodbye, agents.
I'm shocked.
Greetings, agents. Oscar here, and I want to start off by thanking Kim and Kage for the wonderful job they've done the last couple of years. They will definitely be missed. But now, without further ado, here are your V790 updates.
Wow. They're both gone. Damn. Wow. Okay, we got Hawkeye. Damn, like this is like, it's like a roller coaster, dude. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, Echo's speed type now. Okay, that's cool. Tiny bit loud here. Wow. Kage and Kim.
The new uniforms you just saw are for Hawkeye,
Oh,
Kate
wow.
Bishop, who is also known as Hawkeye, and Maya Lopez, aka Echo, who received a uniform inspired by Marvel Studios' Hawkeye. First, we have Hawkeye in his stylish new hero
Okay.
suit. This uniform brings
This is
a lot more
the
than
this
just
is
good
the live
looks.
stream.
Hawkeye is getting 5 new skills and an updated leadership and passive skill.
Oh wow.
Hawkeye's hero suit makes him a suitable damage dealer in World Boss Legends.
Giant
so be sure
arrows!
to try him out when facing the Legends. For Hawkeye's recommended skill rotation, start with his 5th skill, Giant Arrow, and wait for the buff it provides, and then cancel into skill 3, immediately cancel that one, and finish off with skill 4
Yeah,
or
Oscar's
6.
got a great voice.
In this update, Hawkeye is getting upgraded to tier 3.
Wow.
Let's take a look at his new tier 3 skill, Final Shot.
Oh, Ronin's in his
Hawkeye
tier
fires
3.
off multiple
I mean, in
arrows
his,
dealing
one of his
various
skills.
elemental damage and finishing them off with one final shot that creates a large explosion on impact,
Cool.
dealing massive damage.
Yeah, cool
Next
guys
up
don't
is
look at
Hawkeye
explosions.
Kate Bishop in her signature suit from the show Marvel
That's
Studios'
dope.
Hawkeye. Kate Bishop is getting her well-deserved transcendence,
Nice.
as well as 5 new skills from the uniform.
Sick.
She's an
Hawkeye
all-rounder
comes in.
character that can be utilized in many diverse ways.
Okay.
Kate Bishop's 3rd and 5th skill leave projectiles that continuously attack enemies even after
Nice.
being cancelled, and her 4th skill is great for pulling enemies towards one place.
Cool.
Her dev recommended skill rotation is skill 3 for the buff
is going really
into
fast.
5, 6, 4,
So
2,
it's hard to
and then
process
finish
all
it
of
off
it.
with skill 1. The last character getting a new uniform in V790 is martial artist Maya Lopez.
Yeah, this is very
She
fast.
is an all-round character that is great as a leader or a buff support.
Okay.
Maya Lopez's skill 5 and 3 provide
Leader or
great
buff
buffs,
support?
so that's where you want to start your combos. Her dev recommended skill rotation is 5, 3, 4, 2, and finish it off with skill 1.
Finish with
If you're
one?
able to transcend her potential,
No.
the devs recommend
I don't think
replacing
so.
skill 4 with skill 6. So your combo would be 5, 3, 6, 2, and finally
Combo.
skill 1.
I like that word.
But before we go, we have a coupon code for you. Today's coupon code is MFF Hawkeye. And
That's
it's good
it.
for
This is
one
the whole
5-star
thing.
Hero chest. Act quick, agents, because the coupon code will only be available from now until March 15th at 7 p.m.
Whoa.
Be sure to check out Marvel Studios' Hawkeye-inspired update, and we'll be seeing you next time.
I stayed awake for this? Yeah, I think a lot of people are thinking that way right now. Wow. That was really fast. Oh, sorry. It auto-played into an Elden Ring speedrun on my other thing. Wow, that was really fast.
Miriam Dandelion cheered.
Wow.
X500. It's too bad they're leaving.
Wow, that whole video was like 7 minutes. It wasn't even 7 minutes. The entire video was 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Because the first 2 minutes is basically just the YouTube Premiere intro. Wow. So Kage and Kim, for those of you who are just tuning in, Kage and Kim are both leaving Netmarble. And so because of that, I guess they had left by the time they had left before. I was saying, and we were saying that this would be Kim's last live stream. We thought she had recorded it before she left. That is not the case. And neither had Kage. Kage and Kim recorded a nice little farewell sort of thing. But yeah, they're both leaving. So hopefully we'll get someone else for the next live stream in April, because that's when the big stuff starts coming out. So hopefully we're not transitioning to this kind of live stream permanently, because I think it would be a real shock to the community and to players to have such a short live stream. Like we went from live streams that were arguably too long, like a half an hour's worth of a live stream with, games, the hosts playing games, talking about comics, reading questions from people like Booty Slayer 69 on Facebook and stuff like that, to this, which is basically like this was Oscar's best attempt at a speed run. This was MFF update any percent speed run. And I mean, Oscar did a great job. He's got a good voice. He spoke clearly and he gave all of the pertinent information. But I really hope the devs watching are not happy with this. And I really hope the social media team and the people responsible for the marketing and stuff realize that we need something in the middle. This is not enough. They need a host of some kind, preferably with a face. Like, I know we're supposed to focus on the gameplay, but it's kind of weird to have a disembodied voice talking the whole time, So, even if they just popped in their face at the beginning and, hey, it's me, Oscar, let's dive into the MFF update. And then it's like a 10 to 15 minute live stream. I think that would kind of be perfect. But this was like literally 2 minutes. It wasn't even 2 minutes. I mean, it's great that they did a thank you for Kage and Kim. It's very, very nice. Then we had the video, which is always pre-rolled before the actual live stream. So after the video ended, right here is where Oscar starts talking. That's 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and then he bows out. He bows out at so that was it was like a 2 minute live stream. That was insane. That's wild. It was like a 2 minute live stream. Yeah. Wow. So yeah. For those of you that stayed up for this, go to sleep. I'm sorry that there wasn't more for you. This one took me completely by surprise. Yeah, wow. So Kage and Kim are both gone. I guess. Wow, you want your money back? What money did you spend exactly? Ratio L, MFF is dead, Kage is gone. Oh, it was actually really sad. 10-minute YouTube video from the 2-minute live stream. No, we're gonna have patch notes later on, Jay. That's what I'll make my video on. Makes sense now that they said it was an update video, not a live stream. I guess. I think they usually call the pre-recorded live streams update videos anyways. But yeah, maybe I didn't read too carefully into that. It was actually pretty sad at the beginning. Kage was like, this cringe... What did he say? Like, this cringe lord has to take his business elsewhere or something. He said something really sad. We were really hard on Kage. But now I feel pretty guilty because he was awesome. And he put so much work into the different characters. And yeah, we're definitely gonna be we're definitely gonna be we were better off with him, and we're gonna be worse off without him and Kim. The cringe train is leaving the station. That's right. One last choo choo for Kage. So yeah, that's a bummer. But yeah, hopefully they'll bring in someone new, or maybe a duo host. They usually do 2 hosts, right? Like they had Alex and Alfonso, then they had Alfonso and Kyler, and then they had Kage and I think maybe was it Kage by himself for a little bit before Kim showed up? I can't remember. That doesn't mean the game is dead, dying, right? Right. This has nothing to do with the game, guys. This is probably, if I had to guess, this is probably more to do with the merger with Kabam and the fact that they're merging offices. So basically what happens when, if you've worked in an office setting, or if you've worked in like a logistics center or something like that, when you have another center coming in, like for example, I worked at a FedEx, and so we had to merge our branch. Like our branch was doing really well, and there was another branch a few blocks away that was doing really badly. So rather than just shutting down the branch and firing all of those people, they sent all the people from that other branch to my branch. And so it's really chaotic when that happens, because you'll have people coming in to work the same shift at the same time. Like you're the project coordinator and I'm the project coordinator, and we're both here at 3 p.m. for our shift. So who gets to be the project coordinator? Me? You? Do we take turns? Do we do 50-50? Who gets final say? Right? That's basically what happens. And so maybe that's what happened, and maybe there were like other hosts. I don't know. Like I don't think MCOC, like Contest of Champions, does live streams the way that MFF does, but maybe they have hosts, maybe they have like social media personnel. And I know that Kage was running the Twitter page and stuff like that, and the Facebook and stuff like that. He was running all the socials for MFF. Maybe there was some conflict there, or not conflict, but like, you know, maybe the Kabam person had been the social media person for way longer, or maybe the higher ups took too long to finalize what Kage's position was going to be and what Kim's position was going to be, and they were like, you know what, we don't need this. We can go somewhere else and not have to deal with the headache and the sort of like merger transfer chaos nonsense. So who is Kabam? Wow. Okay. Kabam is a company that was purchased by Netmarble in 2017. They are responsible for the highly popular Marvel fighting game Contest of Champions, if you've ever heard of it, but something tells me that you don't know what that is either. Basically, yeah. So there was an article that I made a video on where they said that recently, like February, I think, of this year, that Kabam. So there's a Kabam headquarters in Vancouver, I believe. I think it's in Vancouver, and they were gonna merge with the LA office for Netmarble. So I don't know if that means like physically merge or virtually merge because of like work from home and stuff like that. I don't really know, but maybe that has something to do with why Kage and Kim left. Maybe Kage and Kim were offered movie roles and they're going to be in Marvel movies now. We have no idea, right? But yeah, all Kim said on Twitter was like she's moving on to like a new chapter. She didn't give any details, right? So yeah. So I don't think this has any negative impact on the game. Well, it does have a negative impact in the sense that like we may get worse. We may not get as much you know, we may not, let's call it me time. You know what I mean? Like we've been very pampered the last 7 years with Alfonso and Alex and Kage and Kim and all the people working behind the scenes, Oscar, etc. Like all the people working for MFF to make all of this stuff for us, like the live streams, the events, the, you know, all the sneak peeks and stuff like that. Like most, like I've said it for years, but most games don't get this much attention. And even games that perform better, you know, in terms of revenue, don't get as much, don't have as much you know, as much of that stuff happening. So that's probably going to suffer. Obviously, no one is going to exactly replace Kage and Kim, but Oscar did a great job with what he was given. And yeah, we'll just see what happens from here. I'm talking very seriously, guys. But I don't think it's like, it's not super serious. It's sad, right? It's sad that Kage and Kim left, and you know, but the game will be fine. Multiverse of Madness is right around the corner. Shit's gonna blow up, you know? Shit's gonna blow up. So yeah, when will the anniversary start? It's always the same time every year, so just commit it to memory. You watched a little of Kim's stream. She basically said that she's gonna do more stuff with IGN. Okay, yeah, so maybe she just had a better offer from IGN. What's up, iBig? Oscar was good. His voice is very soothing. Yeah. He has a face for radio, as they say. No, I'm just kidding. No, he has a great voice. They just need to give him a less condensed script. Hey, what's up, Chicano? Thanks for the compliments. Hey, Oscar's in the chat right now, guys. So you let him know just how buttery smooth his voice is and how it buttered your pancakes. But yeah, I think it was just way too short. That's really my only criticism, is that it was way too short. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to what you said now. Why don't we just give it one more once through here, because I didn't catch half the things. I think Hawkeye sounds really good. Hawkeye sounds really promising from what I think I remember. But this is gonna be tricky because I have to like pause and unpause at the same time. Let's run that back. So where is this? This is Hawkeye doing his ice. Doing the big ice. Where the heck is that? That's there. It's pretty close. The audio's a bit off, but it's okay. You'll forgive me. We'll be fine. All right. So yeah, Echo's changing to speed with this uniform, and then Hawkeye and Kate are both staying speed. You got distracted, losing in
new
PvP.
Uniforms you just saw are for Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, who is also known as Hawkeye, and Maya Lopez, aka Echo, who received a uniform inspired by Marvel Studios' Hawkeye. First, we have Hawkeye in his stylish new hero suit. This uniform brings a lot more than just good looks. Hawkeye is getting 5 new skills and an updated leadership and passive skill. Hawkeye's hero suit makes him a suitable damage dealer in World Boss Legend, so be sure to try him out when facing
Hawkeye
the
World
legends.
Boss Legend?
For Hawkeye's recommended skill rotation, start with his 5th skill,
You only
Giant
win in
Arrow,
PvP?
and wait for the buff it provides, and then cancel into
Show
skill
us.
3, immediately cancel that one and finish off with skill 4 or 6. In this update, Hawkeye is getting upgraded to tier 3. Let's take a look at his new tier 3 skill, Final Shot.
And you can also see Ronin in his 4th
Hawkeye
skill, I
fires off
think.
multiple arrows dealing various elemental damage and finishing them off with one final shot that
I really like
creates
his
a
tier
large
3.
explosion on impact doing
Very cool
massive
tier
damage.
3.
Next up is Hawkeye Kate Bishop in her signature suit from the show Marvel Studios' Hawkeye. Kate Bishop is getting her well-deserved transcendence, as well as 5 new skills from Uniform. She's an all-rounder character that can be utilized in many diverse ways. Kate Bishop's 3rd and 5th skill leave projectiles that continuously attack enemies even after being cancelled, and her 4th skill is great for pulling enemies towards one place. Her dev recommended skill rotation is skill 3 for the buff into 5, 6, 4, 2.
Why does Echo do that like handshake thing?
The last character getting a new uniform
You're logging and I'll win so much.
is martial artist Maya Lopez. She is an all-round character that is great as a leader or a buff support.
Leader or buff support.
Maya Lopez
So they're gonna give Echo a passive
buffs,
support.
So that's where you want to start your combos.
Interesting.
Her
Support
dev
passive.
recommended skill rotation is 5, 3, 4, 2, and finish it off with skill 1. If you're able to transcend her potential, the devs recommend replacing skill 4 with skill 6, so your combo would be 5, 3, 6, 2, and finally skill 1. But before we go, we have a coupon code for you.
Coupon code
is MFF Hawkeye and is good for
MFF
1 5-star hero
Hawkeye.
chance. Act quick, agents, because the coupon code will only...
Yeah. So MFF Hawkeye. So yeah, that's basically it for the live stream, guys. Bro, where is that? Okay, there it is. That's basically it for the live stream. And yeah, let me wrap this one up. I'll hit you guys up tomorrow with the patch notes. Take care.